Hi all, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I would like to talk about stepping into your healing journey and a little bit of what that entails and kind of how to step into it, how to allow yourself, if you feel that you're ready for change, if you feel that you're ready to make that commitment to yourself, to better yourself, better your life, and help those around you as well. To start off, I feel that ever since I have stepped into my healing journey after going through my own suffering and choosing to step away from that, I just had to be honest with myself. I think it starts in realizing that you have to surrender all your thinking of where you would like to be, because being where you are is, most likely not where you would like to be, but you can't keep thinking about being in the future or getting to the next level or reaching that next stage in life, because you really never know if you will ever get there. And just the thought of you always living in the future or living in the past, that doesn't exist anymore. The future doesn't exist, and the past is the past. It's gone. The only thing you have is the present. So in the present moment, what can you do to help yourself? You have to allow yourself to surrender to your present moment, to your truth. You have to be vulnerable with yourself. I think there's so much truth and so much to it when you choose to live in the present moment. At the end of the day, I feel like we're human beings, so we're in the moment is truly. So for example, me dealing with my anxiety, my severe anxiety and my chronic pain and all these other things, I feel like there just came that point where I was just willing to do anything to help myself get out of that spot. And in doing so, I had to accept that I had anxiety, even though the thought of even the word anxiety could send me into like a panic attack. I used to not be able to even talk about it. And when I would hear things like other people talk about like their anxieties, or even online, like how to heal your anxieties or anything like that, I would just avoid it. I was just not ready for it. And I didn't want to accept that that was something that that I had going on. And for all these years, after even having all these other symptoms that came with anxiety, like feeling nauseous all the time, having stomach problems, like that stomach anxiety that you would get, um, my chest pounding all the time. Um, yeah, it was just a lot of things that went into it, a lot of symptoms that I experienced because of the anxiety that I was having, and a lot of things that I tried to avoid because I in my mind I was already thinking about the outcomes. So instead of allowing it to happen, I would make whatever up excuse to avoid it and just be in my comfort zone and just stay in that bubble of like, I'm good here, I'm protected, and I don't need to go out there and be in discomfort. And that's just not the way you should live, because in the long run you will cause more damage, and it's gonna you're gonna carry a lot more baggage, and accumulate more things on the way. So stepping into your healing journey comes with being vulnerable with yourself, allowing yourself to accept yourself for what you are, with all the chaotic things, with all the just the whole mess, everything that you are, with depression, with anxiety, with all the problems, with all the bad relationships, with all the broken relationships, with all of it, whatever shame you have, whatever guilt, whatever insecurity. It comes with a lot, but it starts with you accepting your situation for what it is and making the choice to move forward and to do better from that point on. And being vulnerable for me, I have been able to make and deepen my connections. I have stepped into healing myself, but within healing myself, I'm healing my relationships around me. And they might not be the worst, they might not be the best, but I'm making that effort to better them and to make them more meaningful to me. Um, and just to have those people that are around me to make sure that we have a tight knit like relationship that has led me to, sharing whatever I'm learning and for them, because I know for my family and my friends and just all the close people in my life, I know the struggles that they are facing, and everybody always has something that they can work on. Um, and I see it. It's so hard to not see it after you have gone through your own shit. Like it's so hard to see somebody struggling with their depression, with their relationships, um, just with whatever thing they're struggling with, and it's so hard for me not to notice it and to not say something, because I feel like maybe something I say could help spark something in them to take action, to not continue to live in that misery, to not continue to live in that unfulfilled life. I feel like we are in control and we have power over the life we want to live. We can choose not to live in suffering, we can choose not to live in whatever state of life that we're in, and in chronic pain. There's a lot. So it's really up to us. Like, life and can be very simple, but we just overcomplicate things. And we let our ego and our pride and our self-righteousness just take over. And we believe that we are wronged and that we do no wrong. So we need to, check ourselves and prioritize what truly matters. So I think that's just like the start of it. And depending on like your journey, whatever that may be, you just have to find resources that fit your needs. Not everything that I do will work for you. Not everything that I do will you find like interesting. Even for me when I was starting, I was just like, some of the stuff that I started was just like so cringy to me to even think about, like, because I never understood why people did it. Like, I never understood why people did yoga. I never understood why people did journaling. I never understood why people just did these type of things. Even like talking to myself, even recording this, even, but it has all empowered me. And like, I'm not even really shy to be recording this anymore, or because it's with a purpose. I feel like all of this just really comes with out of passion and out of the purpose. So yeah, I can't believe I'm here, but this is what it is. It has come with a lot of different challenges, but like I always say, it has been so rewarding. Like, it's hard for something to be so challenging but not rewarding at the same time, because I've grown a lot, and I'm just so thankful that I've gone from point A to point B, and I have, witnessed all that growth. And I have, by journaling and recording, and I have like proof of everything that I have overcome, and just being able to tell like my story and share with you guys, and kind of and hear from you guys. Hopefully, we're able to connect in that way. But I just want to leave with saying, to be willing to try things, even if it's not for you. You never know how your body, how your soul, how your mind will feel once you try something, and maybe you'll be craving it more and you'll be wanting to do it more, because it just feels so liberating and feels so like grounding and feels so good. um so just be willing to try new things. even if it's cringy, even if you never thought you would ever do it. That's a challenge. I feel like be willing to challenge yourself, be willing to be uncomfortable, because if you want something, think about like the thing that you want the most. What will you be willing to do to get there? Will you be willing to wake up earlier, to go to sleep earlier? Make these habits, to let go of all your shit and all your baggage, to better your relationships, to just be in a more calm and peaceful place. Do you want a peaceful life, or do you want a chaotic, anxiety filled, not knowing what is to come next? You make these choices. With every choice you make and the stuff that you consume, that's all going to be a reflection of your life. So I think that's just the start of stepping into your healing journey. But yeah, let me know what you think. I feel like there could be a lot more to it, but and there's I feel like a lot more I can say, but I think that I think that I will stop there. But let me know if there's any certain topics you guys would like to discuss, or anything that I mentioned that you would like to go further into. Um, and thank you for being here, just for joining me in this journey and learning with me. I'm not saying that everything I do is the correct or right thing to do, but I hope that this can come off as helpful to somebody and motivate them to step further into their healing journeys, and to just show up for yourself, respect yourself enough to do the work for yourself, and just know that you can't help others if you don't put yourself first. If you don't meet your needs first, down the line, that's just going to create more problems. So put yourself first, be selfless, but be selfish with yourself and your priorities, and practice your habits, because those will be the key factors that will get you where you want to go, and that is wherever you want to go. You need structure, you need discipline. So I'll leave you guys with that. And so I'm just popping back on here after recording the previous video about ways to heal holistically. And I did forget to mention a few things that I think are important, because they are the things I also, do constantly, along with all the other things that I had mentioned. So I think I wanted to elaborate a little bit on what we consume. So what I specifically for me is the things that I consume are the things that make up like my reality. So I started switching from consuming so much reality TV, just things that were not aligning with like the things that I needed in my life. So, I still watch my like what interests me and things that I like. I have TV shows that, that I'm just not gonna let go of. So I still watch them and I still consume things that I like, but not as often. So I have incorporated listening to podcasts that are just geared to what I am trying to improve on in myself. And the music that I listen to, switched a lot from like hip hop and reggaeton and like all the other more like party music. Made a switch over to more like spiritual and more like enlightening, more things that help soothe me and help me stay in like a place of gratitude and just that fill my soul. So I have, yeah, this new playlist that I have been listening to, and whenever I feel like I just need like a little boost throughout my day, or I just feel like I want to, feel a little bit better if I'm feeling down for whatever, I just put that on, and the way it really like helps me just get away from whatever thoughts that I'm having is really major. Another thing that I mentioned, I believe, with the journaling is, and I could do a whole separate video on this if you guys would like, but the way that I journal is very specific, and it's geared towards more like my relationship with God and me just expressing myself to him and talking to him as a friend and just building on that relationship and me seeking him and knowing that I'm not just asking him for favors and I'm not just trying to rely on him when I am suffering, that I want, like, just like having a friend, you want that friend to feel appreciated, you want that friend to feel heard, you want that friend, you want to reach out to that friend every once in a while, make sure that they're okay too, and to be to just express to them that you're grateful for them being in your life. And so that's something that I have been working on. I praying. I feel like praying is a big thing, and just writing what I'm grateful for. Praying, especially in the times of frustration, of confusion, when my mind feels like it's really like foggy and that I can't think straight. At the end of the day, I feel like that's what helps me keep some structure, keeps me grounded. When you have an attitude of gratitude, you just attract better things into your life, because I feel like the universe knows that you're grateful for the things in your life, so you're gonna keep continuing to get like these blessings and these opportunities. And just living in that state, I feel like it has really shifted my perspective, and just being so grateful, like truly grateful for the things that I do have, and then sharing that with others and kind of teaching others that they can do the same. So yeah, I think another thing would be, like I mentioned, just like moving. So just like movement, like walking. I know I like to take daily walks with my little one, and that really helps me out. I especially like to take, the opportunity when the weather is good. In the last video that I had recorded, it had been raining the whole morning, and I was definitely in a different state of mind, just because I think I was having like a really rushed morning and I wanted to record that video, and it was raining, and I just did not feel like in a state of mind to do it. But I told myself like that I had to do it, um, just because it's something that I had scheduled, I had made the time for, and I didn't want to lose that opportunity to just get that video out. Like today, like weather changed dramatically, and I'm just super grateful for that. And I'm learning that I have to accept, I live in Oregon, and as long as I'm taking my vitamins and staying disciplined to my routines and my habits, I know that God will take care of the rest. And I just have to continue to do my part and just be in a better mindset of not letting those small things take over and take control of my day to day, and let it annoy me or frustrate me to the point that I just shut down and not want to do anything, and cancel plans and cancel appointments. And yeah, because that can lead to me just being, lashing out in different ways that I don't mean to. And then in turn, that makes me feel guilty afterwards, and all the emotions after that that I truly didn't mean and truly didn't want to express. But so before it even gets to that point, it's truly finding the time and space, and making those habits and routines, prioritize them, so that everything else can run a little bit more smoother, and just to have a plan. All I wanted to include for the ways of holistic healing so far. I just wanted to talk a little bit more on like the attitude of gratitude, and praying. In any way, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just you do it. You talk to yourself. You talk to whoever. You talk to the universe. You talk to God. You talk to a friend. You record yourself. You journal in whichever way that will allow you to just express and dump all your feelings and emotions, and yeah, and move on to the next thing. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.